YouTube family, what's the deal, man? It's your boy, we're back with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I draw my supply and demand zone and how precise it is. All right, when the price goes back into these supply and demand zones, 90% of the time it's gonna go in your favor if you know what you are doing. All right, so I'm gonna walk you guys through it step by step and how you guys could draw your zone precisely so that when price come back, you know you're about to take your entry. All right, but before I even get into that, I want you guys to know supply and demand works on any pair, on any time frame, alright? You just have to understand what type of trader you are. If you are a scalper, you want to stick to the lower time frame. If you are a swing trader and you want to hold your trade for long, go to the higher time frame, right? It works on any pair, on any time frame. So do not get confused. Do not feel like supply and demand only work on the 5-minute, right? It works on any time frame, alright? So before I get into the full breakdown of how I draw my zones, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, man, go subscribe to the channel. When we get to 500 subscribers, right, there's gonna be 2 winners that will be able to win a funded challenge. Okay, so if you are in my Discord, you are already a part of the giveaway. Okay, so if we get to 500 subscribers, there will be 2 people in the Discord that will be able to win a funded challenge. Okay, so if you guys haven't, man, go join the free Discord. I put the link down below. It's literally free. I have so much information in there. I call out 1 to 2 quality trades a week so that you guys could take the trade with me, right? So if you guys haven't, man, go tap into the Discord and go subscribe to your boy, all right? But let's get into the video, man. So as you guys see, I have my trading chart up, right? So as you can see, this is where my session start, right? I trade London session most of the time. So at this gray box right here, that's when my session opened up. Okay, so when I'm at my session and I'm on the charts, right, what am I seeing right here, right? So in order for you to have a demand or a supply zone, you have to look at 2 things, right? Is there aggressive selling or buying, and is there a break of structure? Okay, so when I'm on the 5-minute right here, what am I seeing, right? I'm seeing that price is under the 200 EMA. Okay, so let me pull this out. Where's my pad? Okay, so as you guys can see right here, right, we have aggressive selling to the downside, right? And keep in mind, we are also under the 200 EMA. Okay, so how do I know if this is a break of structure? You see how we have a low right here, right? This was the previous low, right? So there's 2 ways you can see if it's breaking structure to the downside, right? 1, we close below, right? So on this big bearish candle, we close below these lows, right? Or 2, it wicked below these, right? So I don't consider a break of structure just by the body closing. As long as there's a wick that goes below that, that is a break of structure for me, all right? So now I understand we have a break of structure to the downside. We are under the 200 EMA. Now how do I draw my zone, right? So at this level right here, I'm looking to sell. Because why? Because everything is showing me that, okay, price want to go to the downside. Okay, so the first thing you want to look at from where that aggressive buying or selling happened, right? You always want to look to see if there's a gap being left, right? So you always want to see where the initial move started. The initial move started at this bearish candle, right? And then right before that bearish candle, we have a bullish candle, right? So how you want to draw your zone is you want to draw from that high of that bullish candle to the right there, the high of that bullish candle, right, to the bottom of that bullish candle. Okay, you only want to focus on the bullish candle right before the drop. Okay, so if you are looking at a supply setup, right, and there's aggressive selling, you want to draw your box on the bullish candle before the bearish candle started coming in, right? Vice versa, if you are looking at demand setup, you want to look at the bearish candle before the bullish push. Okay, I'm gonna go over that in a bit with you guys, but I want you guys to understand this. All right, so how I draw my zone is literally before the bearish push. Okay, so as you guys can see, right, this bearish push started right at this candle, right? So what candle is right before that? This bullish candle. Okay, so how I draw my zone is I wanted to cover the whole bullish candle. Okay, not just the body, but from the wick at the top to the wick at the bottom. Okay, so that's how I draw my zone, from that wick of that bullish candle to the bottom of this wick. Okay, so now I have my supply zone, right? Now what do I do at this point? I wait. I do not take a sell down here because why? We already too low. The move already happened, right? Now keep in mind, whenever there's aggressive buying or selling, the market has to always come back to let other investors come back into the market, okay? So at this level, right, I just wait. So now look at this, right? So let me replay this right here. So as you guys see, price came back into our zone, right? Now this is valid to sell, right? Because why? We have not broken the box at the top here, right? Now if the candle went past this box, then cool, that zone is invalid, right? But as long as we are still in that box and under it, we are good, okay? Our trade is still valid. Our setup is still good to go, okay? So what I do, once price come into my zone, right, I have to wait for a break of a candle, okay? So let's play the next candle out. Boom. Now look at this bearish candle, I mean, right? What just happened here? We broke these lows. You see what I mean? You see how let me try to, I don't know what happened with my, okay, so you see how this bearish candle broke these lows of this bullish candle. You see how this bullish candle went into the zone, but it has a wick right here, right? Since I'm looking for sells, I need a candle to break that low, okay? So this bearish candle literally broke this previous bullish wick, right? So what am I doing? I'm entering my trade, right? I enter right here at that break. Again, you can put your stops above the zone, right? And then what do? Target your 1-to-1, right? That's all I am doing, right? So let's play this out. Boom. That's literally all I'm doing, right? So when you look at these zones, you have to draw them precisely, because most of the time you do not want to mess up the zone and then you feel like the candle broke it, but it didn't, right? So you have to draw your zone precisely, and you have to understand that, okay, when price comes to these zones, this is what could happen, right? It's a probability game, right? You have to understand, okay, cool. If everything's telling me to sell, right, I have a higher chance of winning if I sell than if I buy, right? So that's the first example I have for you guys. I do have another one. Let me exit out of this. Right, so it should be somewhere over here. So this is a bullish setup, right? So again, this is where's my session? All right, so you see how that gray bar just opened up? That is when my session started, okay? London session, okay? So what do I do here, right? Again, I don't see nothing right now, because what I'm seeing on price, right, is we are kind of stuck in these levels, right? We're stuck between that level and this level, right? So what am I doing? I'm not doing anything, because we look like we're just consolidating, right? So I understand that, right? Now let's play this out. Okay, now what just happened? What literally just happened right here, right? So as you guys can see, let me pull out my arrow right here, right? We started a bullish move, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive bullish candles, all right? Now keep in mind, right, how do you know if your zone is going to be valid? If we have a breaker structure and we have aggressive buying or selling, okay? So at this point, I see that we already took out these highs right here, right? And then we took out these highs, right? So those were the two previous highs that were created. And what happened on that bullish move? It literally broke above both of these highs, right? So cool. So now I'm seeing, okay, cool. We are breaking structure to the upside. We have aggressive buying. We're breaking structure. And where's the 200 EMA? The 200 EMA is down here, right? So we are above the 200 EMA. So what is that telling me? We have confluences that, okay, we should be looking for buys only, okay? Now, once I understand that, how will I draw my zone, right? So again, where did the bullish move started? It started right here, right? At this bullish candle, right? Now look, before that candle, what candle printed? It was a bearish candle, right? So how you want to draw your zone? You want to draw your zone from that bearish candle to the bottom of the wick, okay? So let me pull out my box. So you see this wick right here? Let me zoom in on you on here so you guys can see. So you see that wick of that bearish candle, right? The top of that wick. Okay. Now you see how if I just draw to the bottom of this wick, we still have that bullish wick there, right? So you want to draw it to that bottom of that wick as well, okay? So literally that's how you want to draw your zone, right? So before the push of a bullish price action, right, you want to look to the left side and look at the bearish candle that was printed, right, and draw your zone out from there, right? Now what do I do here? I literally just wait for price to come back into my zone, okay? That's all I'm doing, right? So cool. Now at this level right here, price came back into my zone, right? Now what do I look for? I look for a break of structure, okay? So we still haven't broken any structure. Still haven't broken any structure, right? Because these wicks are not being taken out yet. You see these wicks? No candles breaking these wicks highs, all right? So let's still wait. So right here, I would have gotten in. Because why? Because this bearish candle, it literally broke above these the previous bullish candle high, right? That wick. So I would have entered right here. Okay. Again, my stops would have been below here, right? And I'm going for my 1-to-1. That's all I am doing, right? So once I draw my zone and I see that candle break, I am entering my trade. So let's just play it out. Boom. So look at this, right? Let me pull this to the side. My 1-to-1 literally smashed. That's 23 pips, right? So it is very important for you to draw your zone precisely, because when price comes back to your zone, not only is it filling in the gaps, right, but that's a key level where there's aggressive buying or selling that could potentially happen again, because there are other investors that are being left out when that move started, right? So the market always has to come back so that more investors could get into the market and put more money into it, right? So I hope you guys learned something from this video, right? If you guys still struggle with it a little bit, watch the video again. Keep watching it. I promise you guys will get it. And I'll see you guys in the next video, right? If you guys have any questions or any comments, right, that you guys feel like you guys need help with, or you guys feel like I could do another video to help you guys with, comment down below, right? Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to help you guys out and get you guys to where you guys need to be, all right? So again, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Peace.